Okay, great. Now that we have already set up our sample company, now it's time to import some data. Now the best way to import data is to first export your sample data, okay? Again, we're number 3 now on our step to creating our company, okay? So again, we want to import some client data, but the best way to do so is to export the sample data first. So a simple way to do that is go ahead and click this button here, and it's going to automatically export 4 files for you. Okay, we're going to start off with account, customer, product, and suppliers. These are your basic data that you want to first import within your company. Okay, so just go ahead and click OK. Now as you can see here, it's going to do it one at a time, and I'll go ahead and sample that for you right now. So click OK. And then it automatically goes to accounts, as you can see. You can save it onto the default place, but in this case I want to make sure that it ends up on my desktop, so I'll click on desktop there. And since it's on accounts, I'll go ahead and name this accounts and click save, and then go ahead and export. There we go. Asking me if I want to export all my data. Yes, I do. Alright, click OK. The next time it automatically moves on to customer. So again, we want to make sure that it's on the desktop, so it is. So we'll go ahead and click export. And export. And yes, I do want to transfer all the data. There we go. We see it popping up right there. Perfect. And once again, it's moved on to our product. So again, same deal. Just make sure it's exactly where you want it to be. Click export. Want to go ahead and export? Yes, I do. Just wait for that to happen. In this case, I have a few different products already in there. Okay, export's complete. And again, supplier. So go ahead and click export once more. And yes. Perfect. Alright, now that we've done that, go ahead and close this out. Now what you need to do is go ahead and edit the information within every single one of these little CSV files that we have here. Now for instance, if we were to go ahead and open one of these CSV files here, let's go ahead and do that. The main thing to remember here is what is really important are your headers. So that's basically everything within line 1, okay? And these headers are what will determine exactly what you need to input in this little section below it, okay? For instance, your account name. We have here account depreciation, state withholding. So as you can see, I have a few accounts already set up here. Now what you need to do, well first of all, what you need to remember is anything that has an ID number, just like so, these accounts already exist within TrueERP. So if you were to go ahead and change any one of these informations that's below or that's included with this ID number, that would basically edit this account. So when you import, if you don't want your account depreciation to be a fixed asset, for instance, and you wanted it to be an expense for some reason, you would edit that here. When you import this list, your account name or your account type would have been changed. Okay, so anything with an existing ID number and you make changes within the fields, you are now in fact editing that account within TrueERP. Now, what you want to do is if you want to go ahead and add more accounts to this list, for instance, you can go ahead and do so. Now just pay attention once again to the headers. Okay? The headers are very important. Keep the headers the same. When you import them, the headers will make a big difference, and we'll cover that once we go through our import video. But again, if you want to add different types of expense accounts, you can do so here. So for instance, I wanted to have a payroll, extra expenses, whatever you'd like to call it, no problem. You would add that on here, choose the type, okay, make sure that it does have the value which is true, meaning that we want this to be active, and do not enter an ID number because again, this ID number will be only for existing accounts in there. In this case, we want to add this, and just go down the line and fill out all the information that you have here, okay? And you would do the same thing for, there you go, your suppliers. You would enter their bank account information if you have their bank account information, their billing information, as you can see here. So you can add to this list, okay, just go to the very bottom of the list and go ahead and add. You can make changes to the existing suppliers that you may have. And you would do the same exact thing for the products and the customer list. Again, keep the headers the same because this is what is very important. Okay, so keep the headers the same and just make your changes within each of the fields or each of the columns. Alright, and that's basically how to export some sample data.